Thank you very much, sir. We now move to the next item of the agenda, which is agenda item 8. And before we do that, I would like to point out that the Prime Minister of Pakistan had to leave, and in his place we have the ambassador, the Pakistan High Commissioner to Delhi, filling up for him. I'm sure that would be most appropriate. Agenda item 8, we have before us a report of the 33rd session of the Council of Ministers held in Thimphu in February this year, and the 34th session of the Council of Ministers held in Addu city on the 10th of this month. These reports are contained in documents number CM.33/14 and 15 respectively. I take that it is the wish of the meeting to approve the reports as they are presented before us, and I take it as decided. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, may I now move to agenda item 9, which is the presentation of outcome document of the first South Asia Forum. To this, may I invite the chairperson of the first South Asia Forum to hand over the document. I thank Ambassador Lalit Manasinghe for handing over the outcome document. I believe the initiative of engaging civil society and the private sector in mainstreaming SAARC activities would generate a new momentum in our efforts to reach SAARC to the people of the region. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, may I now move on to the item number 11 of the agenda, which is consideration of reports and records of ministerial meetings. In this, I draw your attention to the following reports and records. There will be third meeting of the SAARC Interior and Home Ministers, fourth meeting of the SAARC Finance Ministers, third meeting of the SAARC Tourism Ministers, informal meeting of the SAARC Council of Ministers, fifth informal meeting of the SAARC Finance Ministers, informal meeting of the SAARC Council of Ministers, fifth SAFTA Ministerial Council, fourth meeting of the SAARC Ministers of Interior and Home Ministers, fourth meeting of the SAARC Energy Ministers, ninth meeting of the SAARC Environment Ministers. I take it that it is the wish of the meeting to approve these reports and records as they are presented before us. It is so decided. I will remind delegates and distinguished excellencies that we are still on the first day's agenda. And with that item, we have concluded the first day's agenda, and with that, I will adjourn that meeting, and I will, excellencies, start the closing session of the 17th SAARC Summit. The closing session starts with agenda item 12. That will be decision on the venue and dates of the 18th SAARC Summit. I note the recommendations from the Council of Ministers that the host of the 18th SAARC Summit shall be Nepal. On behalf of all my distinguished colleagues, I express our appreciation to Nepal for its offer to host the 18th SAARC Summit. It is so decided. May I now move to item number 13 of the agenda, that is consideration and adoption of the declaration of the 17th SAARC summit. The declaration, when the heads went into retreat, had a draft that was deliberated by ministers. The heads but decided to bring a single change to the minister's draft. So the draft presented before you now, Your Excellencies, is as they were deliberated in the retreat and agreed in the retreat. Excellencies, I draw your attention to the draft declaration of the 17th SAARC summit, which is placed before you. Actually, it might not be placed before you. I take it that it is the wish of the meeting to adopt it as the Addu declaration. It is so decided.